Hey there, welcome to my channel FlashReads. In this video, I'm going to give you a summary of the best-selling book, The Psychology of Money, by Morgan Housel. In this book, Housel explores the complex relationship that people have with money and how our attitudes and behaviors towards money can impact our financial success. Let's dive in. Chapter 1, Luck and Risk. In the first chapter, Housel discusses the role of luck and risk in financial success. He argues that while we often attribute our successes to our own skills and hard work, luck plays a much larger role than we realize. As Housel puts it, when you look at how wealth is created, the role of luck is impossible to ignore. Housel illustrates this point with examples of successful investors who were in the right place at the right time, as well as those who failed despite their best efforts. One example Housel uses to illustrate this point is the success of Warren Buffett, who was born in the United States in 1930 and started investing in the stock market in the 1950s. Buffett's success, Housel argues, is due in large part to the fact that he was born at the right time and place, in a country that was experiencing significant economic growth and at a time when the stock market was poised for long-term gains. Chapter 2, Getting Wealthy versus Staying Wealthy. In Chapter 2, Housel discusses the difference between getting wealthy and staying wealthy. He emphasizes the importance of avoiding big mistakes and managing risk in order to maintain financial stability over the long term. As Housel puts it, getting money requires taking risks, being optimistic, and putting yourself out there. But keeping money requires the opposite of everything that makes you money. One example Housel uses to illustrate this point is the story of Ronald Read, a Vermont gas station attendant who amassed a fortune of $8 million through a combination of frugal living and smart investing. Despite his wealth, Read continued to live a simple, frugal lifestyle and did not succumb to the temptations of overspending or risky investments. Chapter 3, Saving Money. In Chapter 3, Housel discusses the importance of saving money and the psychological barriers that can prevent people from doing so. As Housel puts it, the ability to save money is the foundation of building wealth. One example Housel uses to illustrate this point is the story of Ronald Wayne, one of the co-founders of Apple who sold his 10% stake in the company for just $800 in 1976. Wayne later regretted his decision, but was unable to save enough money to invest in the company again when the opportunity arose. Chapter 4, Debt. In Chapter 4, Housel tackles the issue of debt and the psychological factors that can lead people to accumulate too much of it. He emphasizes the importance of understanding the true cost of debt, both in terms of interest rates and the impact it can have on our overall financial well-being. One example Housel uses to illustrate this point is the story of John Paulson, a hedge fund manager who made billions of dollars betting against the subprime mortgage market in the lead-up to the 2008 financial crisis. Paulson's success, Housel argues, was due in part to his willingness to take risks, but also to his ability to understand the true cost of the debt that was driving the subprime mortgage market. Chapter 5, Behavioral Finance. In Chapter 5, Housel explores the field of behavioral finance and how it can help us better understand our own financial decision-making processes. He delves into the cognitive biases and heuristics that can lead us to make irrational financial choices, and offers strategies for overcoming these biases and making more rational decisions. One example Housel uses to illustrate this point is the story of Richard Thaler, a behavioral economist who won the Nobel Prize in Economics in 2017 for his work in this field. Thaler's research has shown that people often make irrational financial decisions because they are influenced by emotions, social norms, and mental shortcuts, rather than by a rational analysis of the facts. Chapter 6, When You'll Believe Anything. In Chapter 6, Housel discusses the phenomenon of financial media and the impact it can have on our financial decision-making. He argues that financial media is often driven by sensationalism and can lead people to make irrational decisions based on short-term trends and hype. One example Housel uses to illustrate this point is the story of the dot-com bubble in the late 1990s and early 2000s. At the time, many investors were swept up in the hype around internet companies and invested heavily in them, despite the fact that many of these companies had no clear path to profitability. When the bubble burst, many of these investors lost a significant amount of money. Chapter 7, Confounding Compounding. In Chapter 7, Housel discusses the power of compounding and how it can lead to significant wealth accumulation over time. He emphasizes the importance of starting early and staying invested in order to reap the full benefits of compounding. One example Housel uses to illustrate this point is the story of Grace Groner, who lived a simple, frugal life and left her $7 million fortune to charity when she died. Groner's wealth was built over decades through a combination of smart investing and the power of compounding. Conclusion. In conclusion, The Psychology of Money, by Morgan Housel, offers valuable insights into the complex relationship that people have with money and the psychological factors that can influence our financial decision-making. By understanding these factors, we can make more rational decisions and build long-term financial stability. As Housel puts it, wealth is not just about money. It's about the opportunities that money provides. It's about the freedom to do what you want to do, when you want to do it. Thank you for watching this summary, and I hope you found it helpful. Thank you for watching this book summary. If you enjoyed this video and would like to see more like it, please consider subscribing to my channel. That way, you won't miss out on any future book summaries. Also, if you have any suggestions for books you'd like me to cover, please let me know in the comments below. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.